Not sure if it's summer or fall, but it's an amazingly warm, beautiful day here in Niagara.
Gorgeous.
It's the Friday Night Wrap with Peet and Reet, and we want to tee up what's going on today. We're going to be talking about Premier Wynne coming to Niagara and telling us all the wonderful things she's done and has planned for Ontarians. Can't wait for that.
You're funny. And Kim Kardashian, we're going to talk about Kim Kardashian as well and what's happened to her. Not that great. And we have some Hollywood interviews coming up as well.
Yeah, they're super, super interesting and fun. We're going to let you know what they are. And then we're going to be talking about Ford and something new, which is actually something old. Coming up next on the Peet and Reet Friday Night Wrap. The Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet, always a pleasure, especially when it's like the first week of October, going into Thanksgiving here in Canada.
Gorgeous.
And it's like super hot out here, so we're loving every minute of it, right? We're, as you can see, out on location, kind of apropos, I think.
I think it is.
Ontario Power Generation. Behind us, you just saw in the opening there is the Sir Adam Beck plants 1 and 2, which produce hydroelectric power here in Ontario. And then across the way is the Robert Moses plant, which is Mohawk Power, and they supply to the United States. And we're going to talk about, that brings us to Premier Wynne, who's coming to Niagara Falls to the Scotia Centre on Tuesday.
October 11th, yes.
October 11th, Tuesday, the day after Thanksgiving in Canada. And she's going to have a luncheon and talk to businessmen from 11:30 until
1:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're organizing something here.
We are organizing a rally because we want to talk to Premier Wynne and say, you know, what every Ontario person feels. 80% of us do not want Ontario Hydro to sell off.
80%.
80%.
That's the people speaking, 80%.
80%. And well, Andrea Horvath had legislation this today, actually.
Yeah, she put a motion forward.
Yeah, and
the NDPs.
Yeah, the Opposition Day motion, and it was turned down because the PCs hooked up with the Liberals and voted it down.
So we're talking about the sell-off of Ontario Power, okay?
Yep.
Ontario Power Generation, Hydro 1. And I'm telling you, folks, I watched it. I saw Premier Wynne in the legislature say that she was going to take the money from the sell-off to pay for public transit. Now, I'm sorry, but when you look at the rest of Ontario, you look at the way people can't pay their hydro bills, people are suffering. Paying off for transit, there's no trade-off there because there's
no money to be made. I worked in transit, and transit is always looking for money. They're always begging and borrowing and stealing to make, get better buses or whatever because they don't make money. It's a proven fact that no city does their transit system make money. It's just to help the people get out there and take cars off the road. This is a ridiculous idea. It's insane. Yeah. It's truly insane.
So we need you to come out Tuesday. And you know what? Peet and Reet and everybody else that's going out there and telling you the story that we're paying too much, and a few people that have stepped forward and on front pages of newspapers and on television. Listen, Canadians, you gotta get out. Ontarians, you have to get out on Tuesday. Here's an opportunity to voice your opinion, to get some signs out there and say, look, we don't want to pay these bills. The government officials are getting index pensions, great money. They're living high off the hog and telling us we can't.
Yeah.
And they've made the rules. It's like the carbon tax, okay?
Right. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah. Who set the rules for your house being heated by natural gas, for the vehicles we drive? Who drives them? They do, just like we do. They've made mistakes. Now they've got to correct them without coming to the taxpayer.
Our carbon tax is footprint on this planet is ridiculously low. It's like 1.83% or something. And I mean,
it's not even that.
You've got Japan and all these other countries,
China, the US.
Yes, that have way bigger footprint than we do. And if anything, they should be paying us.
You know why? Because our forests and green areas absorb 33% of the carbon emissions, which by the way is natural. I mean, a volcano spews out way more CO2 than most things do on this planet. So it's a scam, it's a way to get money, and it's things that the government said, it's okay to drive cars, it's okay to have natural gas, it's okay to do this, but now I want you to pay for it. 1.85 or 83% of the carbon emissions, and what they're not telling you is that out of that, we are also absorbing it through the green we have. And of course, we're seeing green deteriorate around Toronto.
So it's truthfully just a bullshit tax.
Exactly.
Saying it bluntly.
Green is being eroded in Niagara. We're taking down forest. We took down forest to build a bus terminal station, or a bus where the Niagara Transit is. We've taken down forest to build houses. Folks, we are doing our job. We have cut back. We have put things in place in our homes and businesses to save, to not use up our environment. No way should any of us have to pay another penny more. The people that are responsible are the people that are making the rules, and you've got an opportunity here in Niagara.
Stand up. It's about time, Ontario. Everybody in Ontario stood up and said, enough is enough. We're not going to take any more. How are pensioners going to survive this? How are people on fixed incomes going to survive this? How are single parents with one income going to be able to pay these bills? We'll all be homeless.
Yeah, and it's true, and it's really, really sad that our government officials have lost complete connection with us. And that's one thing, we talked to Wayne Gates, we were waiting for him actually to call us back on the phone, and he's going to be here on the 12th, on the Tuesday, and talk to us and let us know what he thinks. And believe me, there is no party that we actually stand behind. We're standing behind the party or the people that are going out and doing the work for us. And you've got to do the same thing, because I don't think there's any differentiation in parties. They just want to get in power.
Liberals have their own agenda right now, and that's to basically screw over all of us in this country. They want to line their pockets, make sure they keep their money, and walk away and leave us in a big mess. And we're tired of it.
And we're to blame. We didn't make the rules, folks. You didn't make the rules out there. And it's time we stood up. And every time we stand up, we win, because we have the voice.
They're not listening to us. We need to make sure they listen. To make hydro private and sell it to private people, who do you think's going to make the money? The company that's buying it. We won't. It's going to jack it up just like the 407 ETR did.
They're not listening. Polls have said, 80% of us have said, we do not want it sold. You've got the opportunity on Tuesday to get down there, get the signs up. Let's protest peaceful, okay? We don't want any, people out there making threats or doing things that we shouldn't. It's a peaceful demonstration. Please get out there and join us.
But you can be loud and proud.
Absolutely.
Make it happen.
Yeah. We're going to talk about something else right now, but I think we're going to take a break.
Calm down.
Cool down on the wrap, and we'll see you in just a minute. Stay with us, please. All right, you're back with Peet and Reet on the Friday wrap. I'm a little calmer. I went for a walk. I mean, this is a beautiful area.
It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Really interesting, actually, too.
Honestly, if you get a chance to come down to Niagara, the power plants are a great thing to see. They're awesome. As a matter of fact, we were just talking to some people from Buffalo who really didn't understand which side was the American side or the Canadian side and how the power worked, and we explained it to them. And you're going to be able to see. We're going to show you some cutaways of the power plant across the way, and we're also going to show you those power lines. And according to Wayne Gates and some other people, some people who are in the know who worked for Hydro One, the power that goes across those into the States for $0 to very minimal dollars and resold back to us and other people in the States. So, all right, I think we said enough about that.
I think we have.
I'm sorry, I apologize, but I had to get off my chest, and so did you.
Well, another person I have to get off my chest is Kim Kardashian, because
I couldn't care less about the Kardashians.
You know what? I'm so fed up with the whole thing. I mean, it's sad that she got robbed.
Yeah, we're not about that at all. That was terrible.
Kim Kardashian, if you haven't heard, lost $10 million
worth of jewelry.
A $4 million ring that Kanye had given her just recently. You don't go on the web or your TV show and show people how much you have in jewelry and tell them, oh, I've got a $4 million ring. It's just ridiculous. And why would you have it where you live there? I mean, have you heard of a bank? Have you heard of a deposit box? Have you heard, How
about back in New York in your big safe where you probably had it in the first place?
Like, unbelievable. And to her I mean, it's sad that she got robbed that way, but you're just televising it, telling everybody.
You know what, opulence this time it's not the time to go out and say I got this and I got that, and I mean,
people are desperate.
Yeah, I don't find them the most talented people in the world. I really don't, and that's just my opinion. I can't watch the show. I've tried. I can't.
No, it's ridiculous.
But anyways, you watch it. Whoever's supporting it, great. But come on, $10 million, and then Kanye wants to buy her, replace the $4 million ring. How about you give it to charity?
That's one of the first things a cop tells you. If you're going to replace something because you got robbed, your home got robbed, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Because the robbers are going to come back. Way to go, Kanye.
Hi, we're on vacation. Come on over to our house.
Yeah. Here's our pictures in Mexico. We're 2 weeks in Mexico.
You know what? Like I said, I don't want to see anybody get bound and gagged. I mean,
no, that's horrible.
That had to be very scary.
Terrifying.
Yes, but
terrifying.
I mean, also, you got to think before you do these things. We have some amazing interviews that we did this week, which are going to be released over time, and you have to get on and subscribe to the Peet and Reet YouTube channel, and it's free. you may have to get yourself a Gmail account. That's maybe a problem, because I know I had the problem when I tried to go with my email account.
It's easy though.
Yeah, it's real easy, and you never have to use it, and that'll get you right in. And then all you're going to get is notifications when shows come up. Yeah. Great shows like George Wendt.
Oh yes.
Norm from Cheers. Now, he was fantastic.
Yes, he was.
He gave us some insight into his life. You're going to be able to find out about that.
Yeah.
We also talked to Corbin Burnson. Now, that name probably doesn't sound familiar to you, right?
But a lot of people watch this show. LA Law, huge show.
Yeah, and all the Major League movies.
Exactly.
He was in that. General Hospital. His mom is Jean Cooper, who was actually Catherine Chancellor on The Young and the Restless.
I loved her.
Yeah,
she was so evil.
Tough. And guess what? You're going to find out about his family, about his faith that he's converting to or getting back to.
What he thinks about the election in the States coming up as well.
It's going to be very interesting. He talks about his mom a little bit, which is quite interesting as well.
Yeah, he does.
Corey Feldman.
Corey was very interesting. You know what? He was much more poised than I expected him to be. Very intelligent, actually.
Yeah, nice guy.
You know, I really enjoyed his conversation.
Yeah, don't agree with his belief on the election, but he also makes a very strong case, we won't say for who,
nope,
on the election. And so, I mean, it's really, really cool. Catherine Bach, okay?
Yes, Daisy Duke.
And she had some really interesting things to say. And, you know, she's going to tell you a little story about John Schneider when he was nobody.
Exactly.
And what they did together when they first met.
Exactly.
That'll be interesting.
And then we have Amanda Bierce.
Amanda Bierce.
Yeah. I always get that wrong.
Married with Children.
Yes.
Marcy, of course. What an energetic, fun person. We
only loved her.
Yeah, we only got 6 minutes with her because she was in between what she was doing. But she is fantastic. She's a director, producer, and actually I think it was 30 shows that she actually directed of Married with Children, which I didn't realize at the time. So there's some wonderful things you're going to get to see over the next few weeks on the Peet and Reet show. And you're a Ford person, right?
I'm a Ford person, yes. All my vehicles are Ford.
So they're coming out with a new but old concept. And guess who was involved in helping this happen?
I don't know.
Donald Trump, because he's been on Ford to keep jobs in America, not go to Mexico. So now Ford is, and they're going to do this in Michigan, so the Ford Ranger and Bronco.
I love the Bronco.
Coming back.
I love that. I had so many good times in the back of a Bronco. That's a whole nother show,
Scary story.
That's a whole nother show.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
I think we said all we had to say. Next week as well, we'll be talking to Wayne Gates, NDP, MPP for Niagara region, and we're going to get his comments on the situation.
And please come out to the event on October 11th at the Scotia Centre, and let's give Wynne a piece of our mind.
And to all of you in Canada, a happy and blessed Thanksgiving, and we've got a lot to be thankful for.
We do.
Even though they're trying to take money out of our pockets, we're still living a pretty good life.
I'm still having a turkey.
All right, God bless you all. See you next time on the Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet.
So you having the whole turkey dinner, the whole thing? Two of them?
Two. Yeah, we're having it at my house on Saturday, so my whole family's coming over there. And as soon as we finish that, Diane and I are packing up, going down to Lake Erie to the trailer, and then we've got some friends out there, and we're gonna have Thanksgiving all over.
Oh wow! And then, so you'll be rolling into work on Monday,
and then we're gonna have leftovers, and then we're gonna have
for the whole week.
But you know what? I love.
Oh, so do I. I love turkey sandwiches. You know, put everything on top. It's great. I love it.
I really hope that people got our message today
about
getting out there. And it's not about going against any one person. It's going against the concept of us, being stupid.
It's our money, and they're supposed to do what we want, and they're not.
And it's really sad, and I really hope that the message gets out there. People, just please, show up. That's all we want them to do.
Yeah.
Is show up.
Oh yeah. If we could get 1,000 people, 2,000, 10,000 would be phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Like everybody that lives in Niagara should show up that day.
I mean, the charity stuff we're doing.
Yep. Forgot.
Forgot.
Oh well.
That's terrible.
We can do that next week.